All right, guys, Mark from Park Flyers. So this is one of my favorite cars in the Mini range. It is one of the most overlooked cars that Traxxas makes. I absolutely love this thing. It also is a very, very good deal. For $389.99, you're getting a almost fully upgraded four-wheel drive, beautiful car with TSM. Now, this was marked down. It used to be $429. Traxxas did change the price, and it is a very compelling choice when it comes to on-road four-wheel drive cars. Now, we took this car, a customer asked us to make a custom performance version of the Mini Rally. So this car that you're looking at here is an extreme performance version. It is, there were hours and hours of testing and running into this car. So I have a lot of time into this. I did take my time with it. The customer did allow me to do my thing, and which I do appreciate. So I'm going to go over now what makes this one of the best, I would say one of the best handling on-road cars that I've ever driven out of a ready-to-run conversion. This is absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the most stable cars that I've ever put together. It is absolutely a speed demon. Very, very stable, a lot of fun, and is one of the most balanced and poised four-wheel drive cars that I've seen yet. And that really is a result of putting all these components together and making it work. I'm going to go and let's go over it now, and we'll basically, I'll tell you how to do this if you want to do this yourself. I'll tell you how to do it because it's pretty complex. There's a lot of different things that you need to know. If you don't do it exactly like I say, it's not going to come out the right way. So try to pay attention. So this car is actually let's talk about the deal that this is. It's a very, very good deal. Basically, it's a mini slash type chassis, but it's longer. So this essentially is a 12 scale car. It's bigger than a mini slash, and that is going to lend itself to being more stable. A longer car is a more stable car, and this is definitely extremely stable. It comes with the radio that has TSM built into it, so you're not going to need to worry about driving this and hitting anything. It's very, very stable at full throttle and full speeds. This thing will rocket to close to 60 miles an hour without any modifications. It's just you have to use the 2300 milliamp battery pack. It does not come with this car. It comes with a 2S. Now the 2S, I have to tell you, it's extremely fast on 2S. A lot of people will be satisfied with that, and you should definitely consider this car. It is a very, very, very good deal. At $389.99, the new pricing for 2026, it's absolutely phenomenal. Now, two things we did right away was we put a fan on the speed control from GPM. It's a high RPM fan. It's going to be a little bit faster, better cooling than the Traxxas fan. And then we did a fan for the motor. It's basically a clip-on fan with a heat sink right here. It'll basically draw heat away from the motor from the materials that it's made out of. These two on the car, you're never going to thermal shut down. It's beautiful. They're $24.99 a piece. They just work very well. I like them in silver. It goes with the GPM, the servo horn that we did in aluminum. All three of them just look great. In fact, let me mention the bell crank also. We did an aluminum bell crank from GPM as well. Very nice touch to the kit. And just so you know, this comes with a 2075X servo. Metal Gear servo, much faster than the 2056 that comes with all the minis. So it is a very big upgrade that comes with this car. You're getting really good value with the car, and we really appreciate that Traxxas did that. The other thing of value that you can't see here is the center differential. It's in here. Why that's important is when you have the VXL motor and speed control, it's essential to have a center differential to mitigate all the power through the car and basically take a lot of strain off the differentials. If you don't have a center differential running in this car and you put this motor in it, you're going to break the differentials because they're planetary. One thing that you do want to upgrade right away are the GTR shocks to make this handle really, really good. And it is a big difference, by the way. You have to get the GTR shocks. They're aluminum shock bodies that have more capacity, more damping than the plastic shocks that this comes with. They're titanium nitride shock shafts, which actually do make a very big difference. They're very, very smooth, and they're really worth the money. If you're going to do one upgrade to this car, it has to be the GTR shocks. Now, as you know, the GTR shocks for the line of cars like the Mini Slash and the Mini Rally, which come here, do not come with the springs. So you have to get springs separately. They do that because the GTR shocks are made for different cars, and you need different springs for different platforms. The Mini Slash is not the same as the Rally. So one thing I will tell you, another upgrade if you want to really get the most performance out of this, you have to get the slicks. They're extremely grippy. They make a rear which is more grippy than the front, and you do want to put them on in that order. You put the grippier ones in the back and the less grippy ones in the front. They're actually designated, if you go on Traxxas's website under the upgrades, they're designated front and rear, so you'll know where to put them. They are really, really good tires. They wear very, very well. They last. They last a long time, and like I said, they perform very well. They look really good when the body's on the car. It looks really nice with the Traxxas logo on the tire, and it is going to be a noticeable increase in performance if you're running on asphalt or any hard surface where you need more grip. Now the stock tires are great; they do the job, but if you want, you want to get the best performance, you're going to have to get the slicks. Together with the GTR shocks, they're incredible. Now, there's one thing that we did to this car that makes it a lot different than this and really ups the performance over a standard Mini Rally, and that is the rear arms. Now on this car, we took the rear arms off a Mini Max. We put them on the rear of the car, and let me tell you something, it's 1 inch wider track in the back. If you see, the front is 8 inches and this is 9-inch width. So you have a staggered approach here. And basically what that does is you have a much more stable turn in. The car is not going to lose traction. It's never going to flip. And it is noticeably more stable and very, very poised when you want to do drifts. Makes the control so much easier. And it just really changes the dynamics of the car. It really ups the performance, and the fun factor just is through the roof. Putting the Mini Max arms on the rear, the performance just goes to the roof. Now we did something really special for this customer. We did him a favor. We put the steel CVDs on this car, front and rear, but as you know, the arm lengths are different. So Traxxas doesn't sell a staggered kit. They either sell the Mini Rally CVDs by themselves, and then they have the Mini Max CVDs. So what we do is we broke a kit. We broke 2 out of each kit and we combined it, and we only charge the customer $100. So if you want to do a custom car with us, we'll do the same for you. It's only going to be $100 because they're different lengths, and you have to put the front and rear accordingly. So we have Mini steel CVDs, very, very, very precise, a really good upgrade for this car, and we really like it a lot. We also put aluminum on all the corners. We have the front caster blocks and the rear bearing carriers. That's all you really need on this car to make it very special. Now, the major part of the car where you really enhance the handling for this is, in addition to putting the Mini Max arms, you do have to use the right oils and springs. I'm going to go over that now because it's extremely important. Now, to make the arms work, because they're longer and they actually have different offsets, they're going to interfere with the action of the shock itself. So you're going to have to cut a piece of the A-arm, the upper part of the arm right here, okay? And the shock will have clearance, and then you'll be able to go smoothly up and down. If you don't do that, you're going to get a lot of binding, and the car is not going to handle well. It's going to spin under full throttle, and it's just going to act erratic. It's not going to handle really good. So you're going to cut this. Don't worry about the support here. As long as you have enough plastic that runs along here with a little bit of support on this end, it's all fine. I've tested it, and trust me, nothing's going to happen to the car. The other thing that you want to do is change the springs. Now, the springs that you use for the rear of the car are not going to be part of the Mini Rally or Mini Slash set. They're going to be a regular GTR shock. Now, let me see if I can get you the item number. It's 7448. You're going to cut 2 rungs off them for the rear of this car, and that's going to allow the car to properly sit. It's going to give it the proper spring rate. You're going to use 60 weight oil, and that's going to be perfect. It's actually really, really perfect. Then on the front, you're going to use the springs, the stiffer springs that were made for the Mini Rally. I think they're 1.6 pound weight, and then you're going to put 40 oil weight in these front shocks. You don't want to use the same oil weight, otherwise the car's not going to handle properly. On the bottom of the shock position, you're going to put it on the outer position in the front, and outer position in the back too. If you do everything I just said, I'm going to tell you right now, this car drifts with so much precision and it's so much fun. I actually had to force myself to stop using the customer's car because I didn't want to wear it as tires. I'm probably going to build one of these for myself. When I'm not exaggerating when I tell you, this is the most fun I've had with a Traxxas car in a long time. It's really one of the best on-road cars that I put together. As I go and learn and do custom cars for people, I really starting to get better knowledge of, handling and precision. And my cars are definitely going up in their tuning. I do take a little bit more time nowadays when I do a custom car, just because I try to make it perfect, and I never settle with mediocre. If you do this, I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best driving mini rally setups that I've ever seen. You're not going to get anything better than that. The good thing about this car is it comes with all the upgrades. Most of them that you need come with the car. You just have to get the GTR shocks. Everything else is just like, GTR shocks, mini max rear arms, and then basically go from there. You're going to have to set the springs up, like I said, in order to get the proper performance out of the car. But again, these are not expensive parts. Really, what a beautiful car. One of the nice things about the car is you have the LED lights in the front. They really add to the realism, and I love the simplicity of the lights, how they just go into the receiver, and they really look really scale when they're working. Very nice touch to the car. Clipless body, of course, and just overall the same type of reliability you get with the mini platform from Traxxas. It's just a beautiful product. One of the most overlooked products that we carry. If you're in the market for an on-road car and you want to get something that doesn't break the bank, get the Mini Rally VXL and do all this custom work that I did to it. If you want me to do it for you, call 1-800-470-8932 or email mark@parkflyers.com. We would love to put one of these together for you. Absolutely phenomenal car, without any exaggeration. One of my favorite cars of the year. Anyway, this is Mark from parkflyers.com signing off. Thank you so much and have a great day.